Should you exaggerate stories for stand-up comedy? Have you ever wondered if exaggerating your stories can actually make them funnier in stand-up comedy? Let's break this down. Exaggeration is a common tool in the comedian's toolbox. It takes real events and amplifies them to create humor. This technique can highlight absurdities and evoke stronger emotional reactions. It makes everyday situations more entertaining. When you start with a relatable premise, you can stretch it to an extreme level. For instance, if you describe a minor inconvenience, you might portray it as a catastrophic event. This contrast creates comedic tension and surprise, leading to laughter. There are several effective ways to use exaggeration in your storytelling. First, think about building on existing traits. You can amplify recognizable characteristics of people or situations to absurd proportions. Just make sure they remain relatable. Next, consider creating absurd scenarios. By introducing unrealistic elements into a familiar story, you can increase its comedic impact. This can be as simple as adding a talking animal or a bizarre twist to a regular day. Another method is to heighten emotions and reactions. Exaggerate how characters feel or respond to events. This makes the story more vivid and humorous. For example, if someone spills coffee, instead of just being annoyed, they could act as if they are facing a life-or-death situation. Understanding your audience is key. You want your exaggeration to feel natural, not forced. If you overdo it or make it too unbelievable, you risk alienating your audience. Subtle exaggeration can enhance the humor while keeping the core truth of the story intact. Many successful comedians use exaggeration as a central part of their style. For instance, Gabriel Iglesias is known for his exaggerated impressions and sound effects. Jim Carrey often uses physical exaggerations to amplify his comedic performances. When crafting your stand-up material, start with a true story or observation. Identify a trait or element that can be stretched. Push it beyond normal limits to highlight its ridiculousness. This approach makes your storytelling more dynamic and memorable. Exaggeration transforms ordinary narratives into entertaining performances. It emphasizes the humorous potential hidden within everyday life. So, should you exaggerate stories for stand-up comedy? Absolutely. It can be essential for creating engaging and funny material.